morning, everyone. Today, let's discuss about the foreign object, the effect of the heat and cold, and the drawing. But first, let us move or discuss about the foreign object. So what is foreign object? Foreign object, in medical term, foreign object is something that is in the body but doesn't belong there. So it is very sabotage that foreign object, it is certain things or object that is inserted inside the body. Maybe it is inserted through accident or intentionally. So they are also sometimes swallowed and they become lodged or stuck in various parts of or different parts of the body, such as ear, nose, eyes, and earways. So these are the common object that is commonly swallowed or inserted inside different various parts of the body. First one is the crayons, small toys, food, pencil erasers, bottles, insects, pebbles, seeds, small batteries. So, what did you observe on the picture? So, this is more engageable no sa mga children. So, that is why mostly ang magka-cause of foreign object cases are the children. So, on the next slide, ma-identify nato why is it ang prone sa foreign object is that mga children mostly. So, what are the cause of foreign object inside the body? So, the first cause is the natural curiosity of the young children. So, it may cause them to put small objects in their nose and ears. So, sometimes there are some children na makita sila maybe in the pictures on the TV. So, mag-curious sila, unsa kaya ang akong buhaton if butang na ko ang certain object into different parts of my body. For example, sa ears. Example, like this. As what you can see in the picture, the girl tried to put the pencil in order to get the air was inside her ear. So the next cause of the foreign object inside the body is that object swallowing disorder, like pica. So this pica, it is a behavioral disorder that then causes a person compulsively eat non-food items that have no nutritional value. So the pica, it can also cause foreign object inside the body. This pica, it is, for example, the coins, no, sometimes observe nato sa mga bata kay they are trying to chew the coins. Until such moment na accident nila nga na-choke ang coins. So that was the behavioral disorder. And one thing po is that for example, ball pen. So, maka-observe po always nilang kaunlod ang tab sa ball pen, and then such time na accident, and then na choke or either na diretso nila sa ilang stomach. So this one, no, the picture, and this one, the boy tried to put crayons inside his nose. So what are the symptoms of foreign object inside the body? Some symptoms include pain. So of course, pag foreign object inside the body, you can feel the pain. It's either first, mild pain na siya until most severe pain na siya. The nasal drainage. So when we say nasal drainage, it is in a certain part of our body which is the nose. So it is an object that are inserted into the nose. This is what we call the nasal drainage. The nasal drainage may occur. So there is something that is stuck sa inyong nose. And this is what we call the nasal drainage. The third one is if an object choking. So if an object stuck in the airway, it can cause choking and symptoms such as coughing and wheezing. So choking, which means na-stuck siya sa inyong esophagus, and the symptoms of that is coughing, kubo, and at the same time wheezing. The last one is the breathing problems. So if an object stuck inside your body, it can also cause breathing problems. So breathing problems is either it occurs on your nose, in your nasal, or in your esophagus. So unstuck, blocking, and airway may cause difficulty in breathing. So for example, if sa nose, na-stuck ang certain object inside your nose, of course, mag-cause breathing problems. And as well as, very certain things na na-stuck sa imong esophagus. So, that's the time na you have cause of difficulty in breathing. It's because ang nose manggod o ang esophagus, this is where the air goes in and out.
Okay, good morning everyone. So let's proceed, let's move on to the foreign objects first aid. So again, what is foreign objects? According to the ACC report. Okay, foreign objects are mga objects na mas-stuck sa imuhang body organ na maswalog dudi mo, muna siya matawag na foreign objects. Now let's move on to the foreign objects swallowed first aid. Okay, so if an object is stuck in your esophagus, you may need to have it removed by your healthcare provider. So if you swallow a foreign object, it will usually pass through your system without notice. But some objects are stuck in tube and connect to the mouth and stomach. So muna siya connect to the mouth and stomach, muna siya itong ginasawag na our esophagus. So if an object is stuck sa inyong esophagus, you may need to have removed by your healthcare provider or also see your provider right away if the object is sharp or pointed. So kung sharp or pointed siya, this object can damage your esophagus. Kaya nga naman. Alright. Yes. Muna siya magka-cause nga magka-damage ang imuhang esophagus. And we have a bottle battery. Kaya ano, James, a bottle battery. Oh, yes. Pag maswalo nito siya. Okay, ang battery spot makakos siya of severe burns and permanent damage if not removed quickly. And we have a magnet. Yes, asthma. If maswalo nito ang magnet.
Ang feel na ko kuan kinindi siya madison. Nakutik ba to ay?
So magnets can pull, rest or wear holes through the intestine. It is especially risky siya if maswalo nimo if makapan ka of 1 or 2 magnets. Yes. So if you have food in your food nga mas stuck in your esophagus, you can try it. Unsay if na kay food nga ma-stuck in your esophagus, what you are going to do para yes, Hazel?
Kuan sa amo kay magkaon og dukot para.
Magkaon og dukot?
Really?
Yes.
Ang magnet.
Aside from that,
Magnet, isa ka magnet. Nakawin mo magnet to. Isa ka magnet.
no, but
Sama ka.
okay guys, yes. Pag ma-stuck sa inyong esophagus.
Eat oily food.
Also, man the first aid procedure. So, if na-food nga listen guys, if na-food nga ma-stuck in your esophagus, you may need to drink.
Water.
Yes. Dapat mag-inom mo kay para pag mag-inom mo, maano na siya din sa If you are food in your stomach stuck in your esophagus, you can try to drink a coordinated beverages. Atong tama itong ingon ni Hazel para mas ano po. Sa Hazel, lukot po. Para makita yung mga tabang masyasa. We have here, if an object blocks the airways and causes choking, give them the first aid. First is we have give 5 black blows. Sabi pasabot ani. What do you mean by give 5 black blows? Yes. Thank you so much, Ina. Muna siya pasabot sa give 5 black blows. Stand to the sides and just behind choking adult. So kung bata, if for a child, kneel down behind. Simon, please demonstrate. I know, kabalo ka ani kayo. Kneel down behind. Place your arm across the person's chest to support person's body. O, muna siya. Muna siya ang ginatawag na 5.
Uy, diri man ako.
No guys, ang ano gani, ang 5 black blows, when iyan siya, anak
Isa pa lang ito.
ang sa children, kay kneel down behind, place your arm across the person's chest to support the person's body. Bata man siya, tumulod ka, ano niyo
Grabe, oy, mga interpretation.
Okay. So, muna siya ang ginatawag nga sa to.
Give 5
Give 5 back blows. And of course, if we have a give 5 back blows, we have give 5 abdominal thrust. Yes, standing. Perform the give 5 abdominal thrust. Muna siya ang give 5 abdominal thrust. Ang imuhang fist is ani on siya guys, and then ano din mo ang chest sa tao. So sa give 5 back blows kay anaon siya sa likod niya sa give 5 abdominal thrust is anaon siya din. Para ano to niya yeah. We go. And alternate between 5 blows. So alternate between 5 blows and 5 thrusts until the blockage is dislodged. So imo na siyang i-perquantong katong na give a back blows and abdominal thrust para ma-speed up tong objects nga na swallow. Buha? Yes. So let's move on. If the choking person becomes unconscious. So unsa man tong unconscious gani? Yes. So ana. Okay. We have the lower the person onto the floor. So hit the Stanley. Perform please. So lower the person onto the floor if kana unconscious ng patient ang person. So higaon lang nimo siya. Wala na siya ano niya. Iyahang kanina nakasasayad lang siya nakapunta. Keep the person's back on the floor and arms to the side. Kita lang natin ang imuhang arms is nakaside lang siya. And also we have the clear the airways. So if makita niyo if you can see the objects in your makita ko niyo yung objects na stack. Pwede niyo siya while sa imo through your finger. Yes, through your finger. So if reach mo into the mouth and sweep out the objects. So never sweep with your finger if you can see the objects. Kaya wala niyo nakita nga ang objects if naslap siya dirihan. Ayo siya pag anak sa imuhang kamot. Kay
masamad.
Oh, masamad siya.
Maduot.
And of course, lastly we have begin CPR if the person still doesn't respond. So di ba, kung ingon ni Miss Minya, magkuhan lang ka og CPR sa person if a person is unconscious and kana wala siya na respond.
Wala na ikuan.
Okay? Basta guys.
Lower person onto floor. Clear the airways. Begin CPR when the person doesn't respond.
Hindi siya rin yung button if ang person, ang joking person is becomes
unconscious.
And we have to give abdominal thrust to someone else. Excuse me.
Daan lang po.
Okay lang? Okay, lastly, if you're alone and so kung ikaw na isa, na-choking ka, what you are going to do? Pero nakita-stack sa imuhang nakita-stack object sa imuhang esophagus. Sabay hindi mo nga buhaton.
Call 911.
Okay, you may call 911. Okay, pwede siya. Then, kung ikaw na dyan isa, apply mo to ang first aid. Katulong, how to perform abdominal thrust, also called as
Simon.
Heimlich maneuver
Oh,
for
si
yourself.
Simon.
Simon. Basta ka nung ikaw na isa,
Oo, gamitan niya. Kana ba? Sundong ka na.
Ingani lang siya guys, give yourself abdominal thrust. Grab your feet in the other hand and bend over a hard surface. Kung ano po, anahanin mo siya. Gusto mo ang navel gani, sama ng navel.
Pusod.
Pusod. Yan na mo siya dili. Ikaw lang kay expander mo gud ka. Kasama na siya guys. Muna siya yung dapat buhaton niyo sa mag-joke ka on ang ikaw na isa. Those are mga first aids na dapat mo i-apply sa if na kay maswalong nga objects. So that's it. Thank you.
Ayun.
Next
Okay, good morning everyone. So since we are done sa drowning, so mabusita sa effect of heat and cold. So we all know ang heat is a type of energy na energy that transferred from one object to another due to difference in temperature. So ang heat is energy na nagkaiusa. Then ang kining cold is ang kamalingdaran sa heat or the absence or reduction of heat. It is the sensation of low temperature and is often associated with feeling chilly or uncomfortable. So ang kining cold is murag kabaliktaran siya sa heat. So proceed na sa effect of heat. First is the heat exhaustion. So John Lloyd, please read the lang.
Tamaan.
Heat exhaustion.
Is a heat-related illness that occurs when the body overheats and is unable to cool down properly.
Okay, thank you. So, I think ang heat exhaustion is nanaisa or sa total is naka-face na rin na problem. Ang heat exhaustion is kanagong na nasobrang na sa kainit. Nasobrang na sa kainit tapos sa kaparihan na na-face na sa grabe na kainit. I think ining heat exhaustion is isa ko sa example niya na nagkainani ko. Everyone, tumino sa mo nagkainani ko. So, here's the symptom, sign and symptoms na ang person is na heat and exhaustion. First is sweaty. Sweaty, kuan, kining singuton. Weak or tired positivity weak or tired positivity ang kanang paghihina tapos kanang ang feel niya is kanang dizziness na nasay kanang malipong siya. Nausea, magsuka-suka. Normal or slightly higher body temperature. So kanang always na siya ka-init. Pale clammy skin. Magsigig basa ang ihang skin. So, what to do if a person is naiguan in heat exhaustion? First is rest in a cool place. Magpauli siya sa kanang cool area. Drink an electrolyte solution such as Gatorade or another sports drink. Avoid caffeinated beverages such as colas, iced tea, or coffee. So, if a person is heat exhaustion is pwede siya mainom kining Gatorade, kining Cobra, energy drinks, basta di lang kanang mga Coke, Gold, Sprite, like na mga beverages. And if a person is kanang severe na good cases involving vomiting or fainting, so masaynan ang isa ka tao na heat exhaustion is dapat yun siya i-address sa clinic as soon as possible para maagapan. So next is heat stroke, a severe and related condition characterized by dangerously high body temperature and potential organ damage. So ang kining ko mga heat exhaustion is kanalang sa kainit sa panahon. Ang kining heat stroke is kanang kumbaga severe siya na pagkainit kay dili lang about skin ang ihang na epektuhan kundi ang ihang mga internal organs. Especially sa tuwang brain. So, if a person na heat stroke, na sign and symptoms which is kining mental confusion, delirium, fainting, or seizure. So, kanang panginhina sa isa ka daw kanahina ni. Body temperature of 106 Fahrenheit or higher. So, ingon na yung temperature. Hot, dry skin, usually red or bluish color. Mamulay iyang skin color. Ibang ang tao na yung heat stroke. So, what to do? Call public safety at 911 immediately and request an ambulance. So, I think sa tamang Barangay Carno or sa tuang municipalities nadyoy mga hospitals. So, move them to cool area. So, sa batong yung kagainan na ang person is naikining heat i-rest sa cold place. So the victim with a cold water. Fan the victim vigorously to increase cooling. Next is heat cramps. Heat cramps are painful muscle spasms. So, I think kabalo naman ta sa kining cramps ang kanagong ang heat is dili lang siya maka-epekto sa tuang kalawasan kundi mapil po na kining mga cramps sa tuang sa tuwang kalawasan. So here's a sign and the symptoms sa weeknight cramps and sa kataw. Cramping or spasm of a muscle may occur during or after the work, and what to do? Drink an electrolyte solution, sports drink such as Gatorade. If the cramps are severe or not relieved by drinking sports drinks, seek medical attention from Makosh Health Center or Penn Medical Center as appropriate. So nabalpay ka ang mga what to do. Next is fainting. Fainting usually happens to someone who is not used to working in the hot environment and simply stand around. So, sige sa'yo na yung nakaila diri sa ito ang classroom na kanagong kuan, dali na siya magluya.
Si James.
So, ang mga mga tao is, dili sa inyo na kanang magpainit siyang sobra kayo because nasa inyo na sinana. So, here's a sign and symptoms of fainting: brief loss of consciousness, sweaty skin, normal body temperature, and no sign of heat stroke or heat exhaustion. And what to do? Lay down in a cold place and seek medical attention if not recovered after a brief period of lying down. Next is heat rush. Heat rush, also called prickly heat, may occur in the hot and humid environment where sweat can't evaporate easily. Kining heat rush is a kind of skin disease, which is kanang dili ma-overflow ang kining inyong skin, ay inyong sweat. Dili siya magawas ba, kundi nara siya sa sulod. Naka-experience mo na. Kanang giwalas lang ka pero wala mong gawas, yung panis. Kanang na-black siya sa yung panik ba? Naka-experience mo na. Dili ba kanang, di ba, gigan mo lang kuha, na-exercise, may anak, tapos, nakasasunod ang kainit, tapos, dili mo gawas ang kuhan, ang kinig, ko. So, here's a sign of symptoms. So, rash characterized by small pink or red bumps. Pula-pula. Irritation or striking sensation and itching. Kanang magkatul-katul. Bukog singot. And what to do? Keep skin clean and dry to prevent infection. Wear loose cotton clothing. Cold bath and air conditioning are very helpful. And lastly, some over-the-counter lotions may help ease pain and itching. So that is the effect of heat. So pag-pusit ta sa effect of cold.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is my report, effect of cold, the continuation of report of Mr. Esma. How cold is too cold? When most people think of hypothermia, they think of frigid temperatures or blizzard-like conditions. Actually, hypothermia occurs most often in the spring and fall rather than winter. Unsa yung pananaw unsa yung pagsabat sa how cold is too cold? Ang pagsabot dyan is kaning sa atong pamatig god makapil ta og bugnaw pero ngano mapil nato siya og kanang sobra masobra-sobra nga pagkabugnaw bisag ang uban makapil og normal lang pero ang isa kay makapil og tugnawan na diri ana. Next is how your body reacts to cold conditions. When cold environment, most of your body's energy is used to keep your internal temperature warm. Ang atong lawas kay naa siya ka ng murag limit lang sa kabugnawon. Kung masubraan ka sa kadugay aning butan nato sa kalugar nga sobra pud katugnaw, nagadugay kay naga-decrease ang kaning nagabalance sa atong kabugnawon at sa kainit sa atong lawas. Ibig sabihin mahulot ang atong kaning energy para nag-protect sa kabugnawon. Over time, your body will begin to shift blood flow from your extremities hands, feet, arms, and legs, and other skin to the core, chest, and abdomen. Muna siya ang paan. Habang nagadugay, nagatinay ko lang ang blood flow. Cold-related illnesses. Kani, hypothermia. Hypothermia means low heat and it is potentially serious health condition. It occurs when body heat is lost from being in a cold environment faster than it can be replaced. Symptoms begin in shivering. Ang kanang hypothermia, mali siya ang kanang init sa atong means low heat, kanang gamay na lang ang init sa atong lawas, ginainitag ka ng magmamugnaw atong lawas kay murag maglisod na po maglisod na ginhawa, ginay ang flow sa blood. Mali siya ang isa sa o ang isa risk factors. Anyone working in a cold environment may be at risk for hypothermia. Mali siya, cause na siya sa hypothermia gyapon. Signs and symptoms. Mild hypothermia. Ang iyang effect kay ganing shivering, lack of coordination, stumbling, fumbling hands, slurred speech, pale and cold skin. Mild na siya hypothermia kay. Nasa sa 98 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Next is moderate hypothermia. 90 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Ang effect niya is shivering, stops, mental confusion or impairment, reduced breathing, kanang maglisod na ginawa, o gatong heart pod dili na siya sakto ang pag-beat. Then, unable to walk or to stand, kanang maglisod iglakaw. Next is confused and irrational. Ang last is severe hypothermia, 86 to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Masya ang kanang manggahin natong mga muscles, manggahin na dito itong muscles niya. Atong pananaw na marag mawala na sa katugnaw o kanang kabugnaw sa panit o kanin mo na siya ang lisod na kayo pangitawan ng atong mga spot o mga pulso. Di na basta-basta mga ito ang panggahin. Para ma-prevent siya, mo siya preventing cold stress. Planning for work in cold weather is the most important defense. Wearing appropriate clothing and being aware of how your body is reacting to the cold are important to preventing cold stress. Protective clothing. Wearing the right clothing is the most important. Kailangan ka-jacket o ka na mga sakto kung sa patang init o siyempre sando lang. Pangbugnaw, mga pangbugnaw, but wearing the right clothing is the most important way to avoid cold stress. Type of fabric also makes a difference. And work practices. Kanang pag-inom o kanang stay hydrated and work schedule. Kung nawalan ka, syempre, dili ka magpakuan ko, dili ka magpalabig trabaho, labi na kung bugnaw ang panahon. And next is body system. Kailangan abot kay kauban kay para pag abot sa mga kung unsay mga tabo sa kung di mo makaya ang kabugnawon, nakay kauban. And all na siya. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. The next topic drowning is death within 24 hours due to submersion in the liquid from suffocation. So, we all know what is drowning, di ba? Parang malumos, So, death within 24 hours, it doesn't mean na pag kuntahay, nalumos ka, then na-revive ka, nato ka sa hospital, but doesn't mean na within 24 hours, naay possibility na mamatay ka because of complications, because namang 2 times na pag ma-revive ka, di ba, pag ma-revive ka is 50-50 ka, bato ka sa hospital. So, more important here is death within 24 hours. So, sa 24 hours or more, dira pa ka makuha na possibility na mamatay ka because of drowning. So, second is when they're near drowning. Survival more than 24 hours after submersion in the liquid from suffocation. So, kani is nasa-submerge ka sa water pero small amount lang po. If maka-survive ka within 24 hours, walay complications na imuhang ma-feel.
So the definition, it is defined as the process of experiencing respiratory impairment from the submersion or immersion in the liquid. So, kanang nakuha ng imuhang airway sa tubig. Wala siya ang drowning. So, there are classification or types of drowning. The first one is dry drowning. Drowning where the water didn't enter into the larynx. So, kaning dry drowning, mali siya ang nasubmerge ka into the water, but small amount of water lang. Wala siya nakadiritso sa imuhang lungs, which can cause of death. While the wet drowning is where water into the larynx goes to incapacity. So, mali siya ang maka-cause dun of death because severe naman good ang nakasulod sa imuhang lungs. Mali siya ang wet drowning. So these are the risk factors for drowning. First is force meaning skill. So hindi ka ba luminamoy. Next is heavy exposure. Kanang ikapoy lang to siya o kanang taliko mo, ikapoy na siya o kanang pedo or ringana mo na ang makakause po of drowning. Second is extreme panic. Okay. Then severe trauma, then hyperthermia. So hyperthermia is a medical condition na kadaghan mga tao na low ang body temperature, pag-ibutang sa tubig, mas low pa nila ang body temperature na makakause siya na masubmerge siya sa water. Then seizure and alcoholic or overuse of drugs ka ng mga tao na naligo na nakainom or naka-use of drugs. Then the next one is sign and symptoms of near drowning. First is irritability or restless, lethargy, no breathing insecure, breathing difficulty, unconsciousness, abdominal distension, chest pain, bluish coloration of skin on extremities and face, cold and calm skin. So this is the definition and the classification of drowning.
Good morning, everyone. So this is the continuation of the report of Ms. Garbo. So it is all about drowning. So my topic is all about the first aid measure for drowning. Yes, Boa, can you read the first statement?
Scene safety. Make sure this is safe for the victim and rescuer.
So, una na itong buhaton kay dapat ang scene is safety yun, di ba?
Yes. Oo.
So, anak ko remember about sa atong seminar good sa fire. Oo. Atong 5 na safety sa mo ay 5 na buhaton nimo para safety ang inyong ano. So the first one is yourself. The second one is the environment. The third one is your body or the imuhang kauban. And the fourth one is the bystanders. And the last one is the
Victim?
Victim, yes, tama. Anong last man ang victim?
Ay, wala mo kabalo kung conscious or unconscious.
Pwede siya, pero ikaw, yes, Desiree.
Kailangan mo na ako muna kahit for example, hindi ka lugawan ang victim para
Tama. Kinahanglan yun mo na imuang sarili, ang environment, ang imuang bystanders, ang imuang body kay isang po, madungagan imuang victim. Musamot na po ka, mas musamot na po ma-worst ang imuang
Situation,
yes, imuang situation. So the next is, so we have this thing called the CRRG or the Call, Reach, Row, Go. So the first one is call. Call the nearby person for help. So once nanalo ka sa isa ka scene, na drowning daw na situation, ang unang buhaton daw nimo is manawag daw ka kanang mga bystander or kanang mga dool sa imuang kanang sa scene good. And then the next one is reach. Try to reach the victim. Use the throw and tow method. So, hindi nakapanood din sa throw and tow. Katong kita ba ito katong circle na lang.
Gamit ang rope.
Salvavida.
Wala siya ang pag-throw and tow, padulong sa kwan. Pag-throw na mo, padulong sa individual na katong nalumos, then imo siyang itow. Saan ang tow?
Birahon ang rope. Birahon ang rope.
Next. So, ay, mo na ang sunod sa call. Then the next one is the row. Row the victim if possible. So, mo na tanong, pag umani mo preach, mo na siyang ito if possible na mabilang mo siya. Then the next one is go. Go yourself to rescue the victim if possible. Then if natow na mo ang victim, imo na siyang i-rescue by using first aid. The next one is position. Ay, call lang Marto. So, Marto na lang. Marto, can you lay down here?
Forward pag may Mert. Yan.
So, the first one is to position the victim on their back first. So, unsa daw ni ang position the victim on their back first or the supine position. So, kasi nakabalo nila kung saan ang supine position. Wala. Wala nakabalo. So, imani ang...
Sa spine.
Dili. Marshall na lang, supine ba? Pumot lang.
Sa spine. Oh, feel lang sa spine. Sa spine ang targeton.
So, ang buhatan is, di ba nakakulog pa na siya. Ang imong buhatan is, imuhang ipahayang. Ano siya?
Sabay.
So, mo niya,
Sa parasa na, sa conscious, unconscious.
Ang gusto mo, sa nalumos.
maski nun sa, basta kay, once malumos ang isa ka tao, mo siya buhaton. Conscious or ma-unconscious siya. Then the next one is, activate the medical emergency system or kung sa ato ang gina-activate rin na emergency. Di ba katong sa CBRMC na na number? Dili na, uy. Atong
number. Hotline number nila.
Oo, hotline number nila. Then, inform the medical emergency unit through phone. The last one is observe. So, sa conscious na if individual, ang nalumos is conscious, so kami mo buhaton. Observe it carefully, then warn the victim by covering with blanket. So, wala pang may blanket dali so makuha lang yung buhaton is i-demonstrate lang kung saan pag-cover sa blanket sa individual. Ano siya, may blanket. Tuma na siyang i-cover. Pag-cover niya, imo siyang ipang-sulod doon. Ipang-ano mo?
Ipit.
Oo, ipang-ipit mo sa sulod. Anak, hindi ako sa pikas. Then the next one is provide recovery position. So, kabalon mo kita noon sa recovery position. Ano? Asa mo yung Ana, imuha siyang, ang imuhang, kung asa ka nakalingkod, dito po ni mo itaas ang iyahang kamot. Ano? Itaas ni mo ang iyahang kay, tapos, imuha siyang ipakilid. Then, imuhang i-bend, ang iyahang rare na, Then, ang kalipod, ang kanina kamot, imuha siyang ibutang dito. Then, mo ni ang recovery position if malumos ang isa ka tao. If ang nalumos na po is unconscious, ang imuhang buhaton dahil is start CPR. So, sa dili necessary na mag-start CPR dahil if dili ka kabalugid ha. Ang imuhang buhaton kaya po is kapag magaling na ba itong scene safety, kay, putay, what if mapahamak ka, kay tungod, wala ni mag-imutang dito sa kanang sa safety na lugar. Then, start CPR. So, kita may nakabalog na sa adult na start CPR.
Ano siya?
Sa CPR na adult. Kasi itong button nga
32 ang ratio. 30 compression,
chest compression,
then 2 rescue breath.
Yes, 2 rescue breaths. Then, reassess the condition every 2 minutes. So, katong ginay mo niya 30/2 na ratio sa adult, imo siyang buhaton, then imo siyang i-reassess every 2 minutes. Then, shift the victim to the hospital if naana ang EMS.